Look at these fish right below me, man. Look at these fish right below me. You got to be so efficient and fluid this time of year. So now I got my brakes going, and I am trying to get the attention of one of these. Here he comes. See how I'm just dragging it on him. Boom. What a start. Good fish too, man. Good solid fish. Tournament fish right there. Bam! All right, guys, welcome to the episode. We're doing this just a little bit different today. We got a tournament style fish right in the boat, right off the bat. That is a hog right there, guys. And what we're going to be talking about are the 3 best baits you can use during the winter in the Midwest. So 3 baits. I'm going to say the best to last. We're going to keep this one for picture because that is a slab. Say the best one for last, but let's start off right away. Okay, one of the things that I love for baits is going to be, number 1 is going to be a paddle tail. If you've been watching my videos for a long time, you know that I absolutely love a paddle tail, and to me size is everything. So I don't want a huge massive paddle tail. Let me show you what I'm. So when I say paddle tail, I don't necessarily mean it has to be a paddle tail. What I'm really talking about though is I want baits that have action in the back end. I want, this guy's got 2 tails. We've got one here that has an actual paddle tail. You know, paddle tails, you actually have, some baits have, you know, 2, you know, ball with long tails. You have the weird, you know, kind of like a, I don't know even what you want to call it, but these kind of baits, these are hardcore plastic baits, by the way. So check out that bait. That's probably the first bait I have in my boat, regardless during the winter time. It is something with a lot of action from the tail, but again, I always go back to it. I really want that size to be small. I'm looking at 2 inch or less, and it's not to say the bigger ones don't work. Of course they work, but on my lake, I always start small and maybe go big, because we always tend to end up in the smaller baits. All right, let's go. More fish in the boat. Awesome episode. 3 best baits wintertime. The other thing, guys, is that you know, during this time of year, the fish can be everywhere. These fish are roaming around constantly. Look at this little group right here. They're just roaming around, and eventually on my home lake they will actually be schooling. But I can tell you that, so I'm always wanting to be flexible. One of the things I use is, of course, the 10-footer. I promote the 10-footer all the time. This is the striker. We might have a fish coming right here. Come on. Boom. I'm telling you guys, 10-footers, in my opinion, are the best winter cropping rod, really the best rod overall. This is the Striker 10. I think it's beautiful. It feels awesome in the hands. We're going to be going after those fish right there. It absolutely gives you the flexibility to vertical jig like I'm doing right now. You guys are getting a 2-for-1 on this video. It gives you the ability to do everything, man. I mean, I can cast. Look at this. Boom, right there. Picking them off, guys. I can cast, I can flip, I can just do everything I need to do for crappie fishing with this 10-footer. Awesome rod. All right, guys, quick. We don't ask for any chat money. We don't do us a favor. We don't ask for much, but please share the video and subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. Bam. We are catching a ton of fish right now. Those slab in the boat, guys. Just an absolutely perfect fish right there. We're gonna keep a couple, I think, right now. All right, our number 2 bait. Our number 2 bait is going to be a hair jig. Everybody knows I love hair jigs, and it's really going to be based off of size. My most important thing, in my opinion, in terms of hair jigs is always going to be based off on size. So as we know, and if you've seen my episodes, I absolutely love the Swamp. It's at 3-pound fishing. We really do specialize in hair jigs. We definitely give them to you at an extremely great price. Check the internet. But what makes these hair jigs really cool is that they're extremely small bodied, because again, I go back to that, I believe that fish want to eat something small. They're always willing to eat that appetizer, but maybe not that big steak dinner. And when you have a little quick bite like we do on my home lake, I believe smaller bait the better. So hair jigs, number 2, small bait, without a doubt is probably my favorite. And the last one, we're going to go into the actual details of the look and feel of those hair jigs so that you get a better vibe. So oh yeah, oh yeah. Another slab. Oh my gosh, that's a beautiful fish right there, guys. Bam. All right, guys, just real quick, a gear check, and then we're going to talk about number 3. Hair jig, that's what I'm using right now. It's nice and small. Number 7 split shot. Everybody asks what that distance is, and that's about 15 inches, okay? I'm comfortable with anything up to 12. Anything less than 12, I start to wonder if the fish is looking at the weight and not the bait, and it might be a distraction. So really important there. I always try to keep it, again, 12 inches to 15 inches. Let's straighten up my reel here. It's gonna, when you're doing some vertical fishing like this, you can get a little sloppy. And so let's make sure we got that cleaned up to show you off what we got going here. Now, we got the Pro Series reel. That's a 13-1 ball bearing reel that matches up super sweet to the Striker 10 or the Hammer 10 or even the Savage. They all look the same color scheme, all that good stuff. So it's a fantastic matchup. That's a great reel, perfect size in my opinion. Use the 10-footer, that's a Striker 10 or the Hammer 10. Doesn't really matter. As you see in my boat, I've got both. But right now, just happen to be using the Striker. I think it feels really good in your hands. All right, number 3. Let's talk about hair jigs. This is going to be the number 1 thing, most important thing for your winter jig selection, okay? Again, I'm always going to be favoring hair jigs. Why do we favor hair jigs? We favor it because it's efficient, because you don't have to worry about anything sliding up and down the hook, and I think they last an extremely long period of time. But we're talking about size. We talked about that before, but we're also want to make sure you understand that we're looking for contrasting colors. Rarely will you see the big contrasting of colors: orange and chartreuse, black and yellow. All of my baits primarily have that scheme. Now, not everybody fishes my lake, right? So there are baits that we have that we do kind of meld it together. I like the all white jig. You see me fish with this quite a bit. Now look how small that body is too, guys. Look how small that body is. That body, always emphasizing size. Look how small that body is, but all white, similar color. You know, there's not a massive contrast in the bluegrass, chartreuse and a light blue. Okay, that's not a massive contrast compared to some of the other ones that we have here. Gumdrop, really big contrast. Pink. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to catch the attention of the crappie down there. And of course, as crappie anglers, we always target muddy water. We want muddy water. It gives us a little bit more of a stealth action towards them. And so it's really important to, I think, have some pop on your jigs to make sure that they see you. So last thing about my rig setup, I get asked a lot, just to make sure everybody knows, I use Comet sniping braid. It's extremely small diameter. People ask it all the time. Do you tie straight to your jig? Do you tie straight? There it is, straight to my jig. No leader, no leader, no leader needed, because we've got a small diameter braid. And I think in 4 to 5 foot of visibility lakes like mine is, you're perfectly fine. All right, let's put more fish in the boat. We're going to talk additionally about some other things about baits and presentation in this episode. So stick with us. We've just done the top 3. We're at top 3. And those are my most important baits during the winter time, all winter long. So, but let's put a couple more fish in the boat, and we're going to talk about a couple more things. Wow. Slab. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. Oh, golly. Come on now. So sensitive, man. That's what makes this rod and braid so incredible. Just barely felt that. That fish just barely breathed on it. Oh, that was a good fish. This should be a good fish. Oh, baby. And I'm going to tell you, that's a tournament fish again. On my lake, that's a tournament fish. That's a monster. That's a monster. Come on now. All right, last tip for winter fishing, guys. Here it is. Pay attention, because it's coming. The first couple casts on any fish, any pile, does not matter. That is the one cast that needs to be the best. It needs to be the absolute best, on point. And the reason why I say that is because if you're just a little bit off, you might spook some fish. You're going to waste some fish. Some fish are going to come on it that aren't going to like what they're seeing. So those first critical casts, I can't emphasize enough, need to be perfect. So if I don't have a perfect cast, I'm bringing it back. I'm making sure that first cast is really perfect. I'm also making sure that it's staying, if you're fishing on a pile, I'm making sure that it's staying away from the pile as much as possible, because I don't want to draw every fish to this one bait and then I've only got a few casts on this pile. So I'm trying to keep it as far away. I'm going to get the most aggressive fish from that, and the sonar feedback is what's going to dictate whether or not it's a really good cast. That sonar feedback has got to be the exact same on that bait as it is on that fish, and that means you are right on point in regards to where you're at. With that said, guys, I appreciate you watching the video. 3 best baits on the wintertime crappie. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and a couple other things. But do me a favor, subscribe below. Do me a favor, share the video. We're not asking for money. We're not asking. This is all free. 2 videos every single week. We're going to be putting it out, and I hope you guys can go to the website and check out all the merch and all the different the rods. We got 7 rods now, something crazy. Hair jigs, best deal on the market. Reels, unbelievable, and we got some merch too. So appreciate you guys. Have a great one.